Pretties, it's Angela, and today's video is going to be some finished jewelry pieces from the 100-day project challenge, the random color picker that Brittany from Turquoise Street is hosting, and her information for her Facebook group and everything will be in the description box below. So we are on day 19, 20, and 21 in this video, and I wanted to go ahead and share the finished pieces that I made with you. And before each picture of the piece that I made, I'll put the colors for the day. So this is day 19, and the colors were blue and yellow. So I made this really pretty pair of chandelier earrings. And again, they were very simple to make. I'm trying to keep these projects very easy because I don't want to get overwhelmed and fall too far behind. You know, I want it to be fun, and I want the projects to be pretty, but I want them to be a little bit kind of on the quick and easy side so that I can not get frustrated and fall behind. But these were very simple to make. I just used these really pretty chandelier findings that I had from, I believe, BB Craft is where I got these, and it was in that mix that I had received from them of chandelier findings. And so I used these really pretty blue glassed round beads and some blue seed beads in like a sky blue color. And then I also did get these these little yellow acrylic roses from, or resin roses from BB Craft as well in a kit. They had a lot of different colors of those as well. So I will also post links for BB Craft's the items for the roses as well as the chandelier findings. So these, like I said, I just used the components and put the same length of chain on each side, a little bit longer than where my bead fell, and added a blue seed bead on top of each one of those yellow roses. And that was it. Very, very simple. Added those onto a little a head pin and attached it straight to the chain. So very quick and easy pair of earrings to make as well. And all you needed was the chandelier finding, a couple pieces of chain, you know, whatever bead you choose. You can do this with anything. You can also just use other round beads in yellow and, you know, make it, you don't have to have the little roses. But I will tell you what this reminds me of. This reminds me of Beauty and the Beast. It reminds me of a crown. The components of the chandelier remind me of a crown. The blue reminds me of Beast's costume, or however you want to call it, his suit. The blue, and then the yellow reminds me of Belle's dress in Beauty and the Beast at the end, and the rose, of course, symbolized, you know, when the last petal falls in Beauty and the Beast. So that's what the rose reminds me of. So these definitely, to me, screamed Beauty and the Beast. If you agree, let me know in the comments below. If it reminds you of something else, let me know. I know yellow roses for Texas is also a symbol for Texas, you know, the yellow rose. But anyway, that is day 19. Stay with me and I'll show you what I made for day 20. Okay, I'm back and I'm going to show you what I made for day 20. So day 20's colors were a coral, a lavender, and purple. And I went ahead and used some antique copper because I thought it went really pretty with the coral beads. And I made a necklace for today. And again, it wasn't a very hard project to do. It was actually very easy. I used these little Tree of Life links. And in between each one of the links, I did this station. I did a spacer bead, one of the faceted rondelles in a coral color. I used another spacer bead, 2 lavender pearls on each side of these really pretty, almost like an amethyst purple colored faceted crystal. And then another spacer bead, coral bead, and spacer bead. And then I attached both ends to the link with just a crimp bead. A very small crimp bead that I flat crimped on each side of the link. So I did that 3 times. I did 4. I did 4 stations of that same pattern and connected it to the Tree of Life links. And this really lays really pretty on the neck. I know it's laying flat on here. Then I just added the rest of the way around in the back, because it's in the back of the neck anyway. I added a thin antique copper chain link. And I just crimped that straight directly to the chain, and then I added a little bit of an extender and a pretty drop with the coral bead and the darker amethyst colored purple crystal, and attached a lobster claw clasp. And so again, it was not a difficult project. It was a nice use of the links to separate the beads and to give it a little bit more texture and dimension. And so I hope you like this piece. Like I said, it was not a hard project. And stay with me and I'll show you day 21. Okay, so for day 21, we had 5 colors today. 5. A whole 5. And these days freak me out when I see these with 5 colors. I'm like, how in the world am I going to get all these colors in beads that are like around the same size and kind of, you know, to go together? Because this color theme felt like fall to me. And it had pear green, which I used the glass pearl for the pear green, a maroon, which I used a maroon matte seed bead, pumpkin, which I used a pumpkin colored glass pearl as well, olive, I used these really beautiful check leaves in the olive green, and a forest green, which was the darker green here at the top crystal. So I pulled out some stuff and I was thinking, oh my goodness, how am I going to get all of these 5 to go together? So, and I didn't want to do anything like elaborate with multi-strands. I'm trying to get through my days. We're actually on day 23, which I finished through today. So I still have 2 more projects to catch up on. So I wanted these to be, you know, match with the color theme, but I didn't want them to be a hard project. So these I think turned out exceptionally well for having 5 colors, and I was really baffled by having the 5 colors, but I really am happy with the way that these turned out. I think they're beautiful. I think the colors are really, really pretty together, and I do think they remind me of fall. So, and it doesn't have to be a ton of you know, the color. Like, I just used 1 bead of these 4 colors and the 2 in the olive, and they all work very well together. So my leafing had like a gold tone veining through them. And so I went with gold findings. I just used basic simple ear wire hooks, and I used, like I said, 2 different colors of the glass pearls, a faceted crystal, and a matte seed bead. So you can see that those colors are all the colors that are represented in the 5 colors for today's challenge, and yet they worked very well. And even just that touch of those colors, the simplicity of it, but the earrings was super simple to make. I just used an eye pin for this part, and on the eye pin I strung on the seed bead, the pearl, the leaf, the pearl, the crystal. Made a loop, attached it to my ear wire. At the bottom of this eye pin, I used a head pin, and I put on the head pin the little leaf and a little gold corrugated like melon bead spacer, and attach that at the bottom so that when you're wearing them, that bottom leaf just dangles, so it gives it nice movement. So again, I'm really happy with how quick and easy this project was and how pretty they turned out. So I hope you like them as well. I hope you liked my projects from days 19, 20, and 21. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Click on subscribe and click on that notification bell when it appears so that you can be notified when I upload a new video to YouTube. So until the next video, guys, bye!